Welcome to a brand new Let's Play on the channel, and I mean, this Let's Play kind of makes sense. It's the logical next step. I don't want to do GT4 Prologue because I don't want to do nothing but license tests the whole thing. So this is the logical next step. So let's do Gran Turismo 4. Welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 4. We're playing the Spec 2 mod. We're in English. We're playing the Spec 2 mod. Okay, as I was saying, um, English. Um, yeah, let's create the save file now. Welcome to Gran Turismo 4 Spec 2. The randomizer, we're not going to be using it, can be enabled in Spec 2 settings in Gran Turismo mode. If enabled, all car prizes will be randomized based on your username. Again, not going to use it. Good luck. Anyway, I'm playing on version 1.10 of GT4 Spec 2. And, enter. Yeah. Proceed with this name. Game data will now be created. Save successful. Okay, GT4 uses an autosave feature. Game data is saved automatically on the memory card. PS2, and you know what? I'm gonna change that to restricted mode when we get to the settings. But yeah, already captured the intro. Might get a copyright issue for the intro. I hope not, but anyway. Here is Gran Turismo 4 Spec 2 mod. Oh, mod credits. I didn't even realize this page was here. I've never actually seen this before. I've never scrolled down in the menu far enough. Credits and acknowledgements. Nenkai, DDM, Airmaker, I don't know how to pronounce that. Zinkelsmesh, I hope I got Airmaker right. I probably got it wrong. Pez2K, X-File Fin, Silent Warrior 112, Zen, Submaniac, Silent. The Silent and Silent Warrior are two different silents. Alkanautica, Hidden Hinter, I don't know, JM, and Pioneer Spine, and Bizarre Creations, Konami, Playground Games, Polyphony Digital, and Turn 10 Studios for the car sounds. Yes, updated car engine sounds in this mod. And they're better than the base game because they come from different games. uh, Special thanks, Dustin Eden, Testers, Alkanautica, Alex, Carver 6K, DDM, Greg Thomas, Nebu, Recoware. Is it Nebu or Nebu? Recoware, Ricoware, I don't know. Rom Rolls, Silent, Submaniac. Translators, Gran Turismo, Italia, Gustin Goriz, Submaniac, and SWYD1. And you, me, for playing this mod. Us! Yippee! I mean, yeah, if you like playing, I got worried if this was like a, because it's a QR code, and I just kind of like instinctively reacted. But no, this is a safe QR code to show. If you're enjoying watching and you want to donate to the Admeister, I mean, there's his. That's the access to donate. It's obviously I don't think it's required, but because it is a free mod. But yeah. Anyway, let's just go straight into Gran Turismo mode. Arcade mode doesn't matter in this game. It has nothing to do with completion in this game. So we're just going to go straight into GT mode. And here it is. Welcome to Gran Turismo 4 Spec 2. This mod adds a host of new features including a prize randomizer, new events, improved car sounds, event synthesizer, and a fresh new look for car dealers. Spec 2 settings can be adjusted by pressing start on the main GT mode map. Also, I forgot to do a thing. I gotta do my options. I could have done my options from the home menu, but we're just gonna do it here because this is where I normally do it at the start of a Let's Play. Oh, another thing I like about Spec 2 is I don't need to do that secret menu input to get the full options. Anyway, race, transmission, manual transmission. Position and timing display on, meter display on, that's, yeah. G meter display, that's the G forces. We do have that in this game. I'm gonna leave it on for this episode so you can actually see like the full GT4 HUD. But after this episode, I'm probably gonna turn it off because it makes, to me, the G meter display makes it feel a little bit too cluttered. Suggested gear display on, lap display on, map display on, steering display off. Yep, that's good. Replay settings, normal, off, memory card slot for saving replay data too. I'm not even going to be saving replay data in this Let's Play. I'm going to actually just be pausing the recording. And then, because I don't trust saving replays in GT4 on emulator, they tend to break a lot. So I'm going to just pause the recording when I know the race that I want to save, or that I want to get the screenshot of for the thumbnail, and then I'm going to just open the replay, just start the replay from the post-race menu, and get the thumbnail screenshot, and then start the recording again after that. That's how I'm going to do that. So anyway, yeah. It's chill. I'm still going to set that to slot 1 anyway, because I don't know if there's anything in slot 2 on the emulator. Aspect ratio 16:9. Progressive scan, perfect. Picture quality is fine. I can adjust that stuff in the race menu if it's not, or in the race pause menu if it's not fine. Menu music. I can stay at the regular volume. Race music, we're turning completely off. Now, good thing about GT4 is, unlike GT3 and GT Concept, I don't have to like manually turn the music off in the jukebox. I can do this and I'll still have the jingles, so it'll be fine. Okie dokie. Don't need to bother with those settings. Controllers. Okie dokie, that's good. Apply changes. Miscellaneous. Is there anything I need to do here? I'm actually going to turn the opening movie off. Demo start time off. Opening movie interval off. Autosave restricted. Units, kilometers, power, horsepower, kilogram, whatever the fuck. Spec 2 settings, prize car randomizer off, track randomizer off, ASM oversteer always off, ASM understeer always off, traction control always on, and the traction control always on setting. The traction control default setting puts it to like 5 or 7, depending on what the car default sets it to. The always on setting has it always at 1, which is exactly what I want it at. Bonnet camera on, that's new for Spec 2. The roof camera off, that is in base GT4. And it's in Spec 2 as well, and I'm just turning that off. Loose chase camera on. I'm not going to be using chase cam at all, but I'll just turn it on anyway. The bonnet camera and the roof camera are different. I prefer the bonnet camera, so that's what I'm going to be using. And I'm also, okay, race gauge mode. Always analog, because I prefer the analog gauges. It helps me see the flashing dot to upshift in my peripheral vision better. I can see it in my peripheral vision better on the analog gauges than I can on the digital gauges. So yeah. Okay, now let's go into GT mode. Sorry that took so long. I need a drink of water while this is loading. Okay. So here's our world map in GT4. As you can see, we've got our home. We got the licenses, of course. GT Auto returning. World circuits, because we actually have, we can access events. Or just tracks, just like tracks. City courses is here. We can just access tracks, dirt and snow, to do like practice or whatever. Original circuits, driving park stuff, power and speed, that's machine test. Jukebox, Event Synthesizer returning from GT2, which is actually not in base GT4. This is added to the Spec 2 mod. This was an update for the Spec 2 mod. All the different countries you can buy cars in and tune them up in and everything, because in this game, instead of having one unified car dealership, it went back to how GT2 handled it, except instead of like breaking it up into cities, it breaks it up into just the whole countries. So there's a lot of different countries. We got our events. Instead of them all being in one Go Race Hall, they're spread out across the map. You got your beginner events, your professional events, your extreme events, your endurance events, special condition events. There's also one-make events in the car dealerships. Those have been, because there's a lot more cars in this game than there are in GT3. GT3 had about 180. GT4 actually has more than GT2 did. GT2 had about 650. I think the A-Spec mod made it like 600 something, I don't know. Maybe even 700, but GT4 has over 700 cars. This game's got over 700 cars, so it's a lot of cars for a PS2 game. So yeah, because of that, there were so many one-makes they wanted to add that they couldn't just kind of put them in the main events again like they did in GT3. Instead, the one-makes are all in the dealerships again like they were in GT2. We've also got the events specifically for like specific nationalities of cars. Those are not in like the professional or beginner. Those are just, they all have their own. There's your Japanese events, there's your European events, there's your American events, you know. And also if we go to one of these car dealerships, let's go to Daihatsu, you'll notice new cars, classics, tune shop, events, no used car dealer. What, you may ask? So, did they pull a GT3 and not put the used car dealer in the game? You're only starting with 10,000 like in GT1 and 2. They can't make you start with a super underpowered car. There's gotta be a used car dealer. Yes, and the different car manufacturers don't have their own unique used car dealers anymore. They're just all kind of like put together. You got your historic showroom, which is, you know, cars from like the 80s and earlier. You got your used car showroom 1, which is early 90s cars, and then used car showroom 2, which is late 90s cars. And unlike GT1 and GT2, you can get non-Japanese cars in the used showroom. Anyway, let's find the car that we need. Oh, there it is. Yup. The Honda Civic SIR2. Front-wheel drive, 167 horsepower. This is what we're starting with. It's 5,942 credits, so that's a pretty good deal. And there we go. Yes, autosave, even unrestricted, does still show up sometimes. We've got the Civic. So I'm going to go to GT Auto real quick and so in here, your car maintenance, we've got car wash and oil change and wheel shop returning from GT3. We've got the wing shop, which is new to GT4. You can buy an aftermarket wing for your car if you want. They all look fucking ugly and they don't have any that match your car's color, unless your car is black, white, or gray. And yeah, that's new to GT4, and then new to the Spec 2 mod, we've got the paint booth, where you can repaint your car any of the colors that it's available in. I'm not gonna repaint it. I am gonna get an oil change, though, because that is some fucking dirty-ass oil, and I need another drink of water, because my throat's dry and my mouth is dry. And there we go. Oil change complete. And for the first time on my channel, a Gran Turismo Let's Play is starting with the Sunday Cup. Part 1 is the Sunday Cup. Let's go! Okay, single race. No license required. Standard or sports tires required. I'm on road tires. The base tires the car comes with. All cars permitted. No license required. Let's go. So, another neat quality of life change about GT4 Spec 2 is a lot of these events in the vanilla game are 5 races, and the Sunday Cup is also 5 races. And that makes the game, it kind of just feels like they're like artificially making the game longer when they could have just made a lot of these single race events 3 races and nobody would have complained, you know? Spec 2 mod shortened a lot of these events so that so that way like beginner events don't feel like professional event, you know? It's yeah. Anyway, or race 1 of the Sunday Cup at Autumn Ring Mini Reverse. Let's do this. And just to show you that the traction control is in fact at 1. See? And also, in the single race events anyway, this game actually lets you retry from this menu, so you don't have to like go back to the fucking pre-race, or you don't have to go back to the go race menu again and re-enter the race that way and then get a new grid. So I don't, if I like am dead set on like defeating this grid, but like I'm having trouble, I don't have to like save state. I can just exit the race and retry from like the post-race menu, thankfully. So yeah. Also, save stating is very risky in this game because of the autosave that you can't fully turn off. It's a 10-point race. This is gonna be easy. Yeah, that's another thing. There's also rolling starts. That this is the first game in the series where rolling starts became a norm. Also, yeah, I am gonna change some screen settings. I'm gonna turn the brightness down a little bit and the contrast up. Yeah, that's probably good. This was the first game in the series where rolling starts became the norm. Alright, let's go. Oh, I probably should have... Oh, whoops. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. This is the view that I want to be racing in. So these are different views. We got the bumper cam. This is what I was using from GT1 all the way to GT Concept. We got our chase cam, which, because I picked always analog, the gauges are actually blocking the chase cam, but anyway. And then we got this. And this is the camera that I like. This is the bonnet cam. And this is the camera that I specifically like to use in GT4. Because, yeah, it just feels nicer than the bumper cam in this game. And I can see more. The bumper cam, I find the FOV in the bumper cam isn't as good as it is in the earlier games. Whereas the FOV here is much better. So, I find I can visualize my line better in this view. And, whoops, I didn't need to brake. I didn't need to brake right then and there. I could have braked a little bit later. Anyway, yeah, I can visualize my driving line better in this view. Oh shit. Yeah, I can visualize my driving line better in this view, and also, an added benefit is finally you get to consistently see at least some of the car during my Let's Play. I mean, you're not going to see the whole car because I'm not using chase cam, but at least you get to see some of the car, you know? So that's nice. We win, by the way. Yay. Also, I think this is the replay I'm going to use for the thumbnail, because this is the race everyone kind of remembers the most from Sunday Cup, so yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I got a few options. Alright, race 2, Grand Valley East. Let's go. Yeah, another benefit of the Spec 2 mod. Neat skyboxes that aren't in the vanilla game. Yeah, there's some different skyboxes in the HD texture pack. So that's always fun. I forgot to turn the... Well, I'll keep the G meter on for this whole episode, but I'll turn it off after this episode. Around the hairpin, there we go. This was the Let's Play I was like simultaneously like most excited for and most dreading at the same time. So like, I'm really glad that we're doing this one now. Gran Turismo 4 is kind of seen by the Gran Turismo community as like overall kind of like general consensus. The fandom kind of views this one as the best game in the series. I would be inclined to agree. I think, objectively speaking, this is probably the best one. That being said, me personally, I prefer GT2 myself, but I do really love this game too. This is probably my second favorite in the series, which is funny because for the longest time, I had a big hot take about this game, because when I was a kid, this game just, I could not get the hang of the physics engine. It was entirely a skill issue. The game is not bad. It was 100% a skill issue on my part. I am better at this game now. Also, look, you can see on the gauges here, you can actually see my inputs now, which you couldn't see in the first 3 games. They added the gas and brake there. It's right next to the gear and the speed that I'm going. It's the blue bar right there, that's my throttle, that's my gas. And then the red bar, that's my on the left. Like, yeah, that's my braking. You'll see it right here. There it is, that red bar, that was my braking. So yeah, you get to see my inputs now. Well, my throttle and braking inputs anyway, while I'm playing. That's gonna be interesting. Anyway, yeah, my hot take, and it was entirely based on a skill issue. I'm much better at this game now. This hot take was entirely based on a skill issue, but for the longest time, this was my least favorite game in the series. And not in the sense of, like, it's my least favorite, but I still like it. It was like, I hated this game. Like, I had a burning, passionate hatred for this game. It wasn't until 2021 that I switched to playing in manual transmission that I started to kind of get it. And then 2023, when I started using T. Kanji's guide. Well, not the whole guide, but, like, at least his advice to to change the assist settings. That was when I started to really, like, realize, okay, this game's actually fucking incredible, and I was wrong. I get it now. And yeah, this is now my second favorite game in the series. So yeah. I've still never 100%ed it, though. Clubman Stage Route 5 Reverse. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. All of the GT Let's Plays before this, GT1, GT2, GT3, and GT Concept, I had already 100%ed all of those games before I did those Let's Plays. This one, this Let's Play is going to be my first time 100%ing the game. So you get to come along for that ride. This is gonna be a fucking grind. Oh my god, this game is crazy long. Anyway, Clubman Stage Route 5 Reverse, let's go. Again, 10 points. And yeah, I turned the music off for copyright. And also because I focus better without the music. Whoops. Oh. Nice. Alright, in the lead now. Yeah, that's another thing. The rolling starts will make races a bit more exciting in this Let's Play. On the tracks that have rolling starts. And also, the rolling starts in this game aren't spread so fucking disgustingly far apart that they have to have, like, this weird chase the cat rubber banding system like in GT7. Nah. There's still close racing in this game. Although, to be fair, I don't have very close racing right now because I'm driving a... I guess this car is overpowered for the Sunday Cup, which is wild, considering there's only like 5,000 credits and it's 167 horsepower. So, like... Oh, also, look on the HUD, look at the power thing, and look at the tires. Yeah, tire wear is always on in this game. Unlike GT1 through... Yeah, unlike the first three, tire wear is always on in this game. Yeah, so that's fun. So tire strategy is a lot more important in the early game. Yeah, in the early game, too. Although, to be fair, not really, because most of the early game races, sports softs are still able to survive the whole race without getting too bad, so yeah, it's not really actually that important still, but, you know. Anyway, Sunday Cup complete. Let's get our prize car. Let's go. Honda City Turbo 283. That's a terrible prize car. But thankfully we got a lot of extra money, so that's good. Let's take a look at this prize car. This Honda City Turbo. Damn, bro. I 735 kilos. It's only worth 2.6k. Not worth selling. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. In order to even... There's no spec menu here. In order to actually see your car specs, you have to, like, open up the sell menu. Wild, eh? Anyway. Save progress. And, yeah. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye.